Okay, so you still believe the Q narrative. But let me ask you, how in the world does it fit with this whole debacle we've just seen in Afghanistan? Now, I know there's different Anons and they have different interpretations, so I'm going to basically go by the X-22 report's interpretation, which are pretty standard in this respect, I think. And that is, the narrative of X-22 report is Trump is still in charge. Trump is really in charge of the military, basically through the white hats who are in charge of the military. So that at any point, they could bring him back into office and restore the republic. And so the assumption has to be that they have enough control over the military to be able to accomplish this. Of course, they may use, Arizona audits or other audits to lead to this end, but basically the military, the good guys in the military are in charge. But if this is true, where were they during this whole Afghanistan debacle? In other words, if they're really in charge of the military, and they're really white hats, good people, why in the world did they let Afghanistan go to, result in what we've seen, okay? All these Americans left there, other people from Afghanistan dying and being killed, Americans being killed. Why would they let this happen? You would think that even if they hadn't planned to bring Trump back into office this soon or do something beneficial for the country this soon, because they were waiting to awaken people, as the narrative goes, you would think that if that was the case, when they saw what's going to go on in Afghanistan, they would have just drawn a line in the sand there. Why? Because they're the good hats, okay? Which presupposes that they have a moral compass that is generally righteous, okay? Wouldn't allow such an extreme thing to happen. Oh, sure, they might allow some bad things to happen in general. It might be okay for a bit until everybody comes enlightened for the bigger benefit of the country. But this is just going too far. Allowing Afghanistan withdrawal in this way so that all these people die, left in the country, all these weapons left over to the Taliban, which can be used for who knows what. What are we doing here? If there's white hats in the military, they should have drawn the line in the sand right there. So if you still believe that Q narrative, how in the world, how do you reconcile it with what just happened in Afghanistan?